we do it every day, we be grinding. And if you ask me, we the best, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day, we be grinding. And if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio when I'm spitting all these rhymes.
Happy New Year's, fellas. Happy New Year's to you. 2023. Let's kick this thing off right. Here we go with another game plan, ebook, strategy, whatever you want to call it. This is from the 12 personnel. This is from the spread playbook. You guys know how much we love the spread playbook. I'm going to tell you just like this. This is one of those formations / sets that we slept on. You know, I never did anything out of this 12 personnel grouping right here from the spread playbook. So all the spread playbook junkies, let's get it. Anybody who been rocking with the spread playbook on the channel, or you like what you see, let's get it. You can, and one thing I like about the spread, most of these plays you can't find anywhere else. You can find similarities, but you can't find it anywhere else. All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Okay. We have the 12 personnel. We're working from the gun, wing slot offset, wing slot weak, and the wing flex weak. Let you guys know the difference between the three of them. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand what is a set and what is a wing. Let's go over that real quickly. This is the shotgun. It's not single back. So that's gun. And this is the wing. The wing means you have two tight ends. Two tight ends next to each other or paired next to one another on the line of scrimmage or right next to the tackles, whether it's left or right. So if you go to the wing slot offset, wing slot weak, or wing flex, you still have the wing. You can flip it over also, and you still have the wing. You can flip it over that way. We just need to understand that it's wing. Wing is two tight ends next to one another. All right. So go to that. So here we are. We're working from the wing slot offset, wing slot weak, wing flex weak. Guys, I'm going to let you know how explosive this stuff is. You got to see this. If you're new around here, part one of a new volume is always practice mode with a lot of gameplay footage. And after that, it's all gameplay footage. So I got to let you guys in for that one first. So let's talk about The wing slot offset. So as you can see, if we go to the offset and then the slot weak and flex weak, let's start off with the running back. The running back is on the right side on the slot offset, but the other two sets are on the left side. So the formation is gun wing, but the set changes. So if we change the set, it'll be slot offset, slot weak, and you see the running back moved over, and then you got the flex weak. And flex usually means the slot defender is on the line of scrimmage. That's what that usually means. So if we go back to the flex week and the slot week, that's the difference right there. All right. You guys need to master that if you want to follow this thing. This is very explosive. Very explosive. And I would never put out an ebook if I would never just put out an ebook. I'm always going to test it and lose a lot of battles, win a lot of battles, win a lot of wars, lose a lot of wars. Okay. I think it's ready to go now. I think it's ready to go. So we're going to go with the wing slot offset. As you can see, you go through the plays. Most of these plays are very basic if you go through it. But we are going to predominantly work through the RPOs right here. If you go to the slot, you got the alert bubble, RPO zone peak, read bubble. You got the power alert, RPO power peak. You got the power sweep. Well, I meant to say RPO sweep. And you got the power alert glance. All right. I'm all over the place right now, but this is going to make so much sense in a little while. Let me let you guys know the purpose of this thing. Now, there's a certain vision that you have to see, and you have to know a little bit of your own. Like Coach KK can't teach you everything. You got to bring something to the table. Most of you guys already bring stuff to the table. You just need that little extra notch. All right. So if you look at the left side of the field, you got twin wide receivers. Okay. Those two guys can play in so many different concepts. We can do smash concepts. We can do curl flat. We can do comeback flat. We can do slot fade. We can clear them out. We can do dagger, mills, levels, double post, slant, scissors, bubble. It's so many concepts that you can do with just these two guys. All right. So for instance, you got the smash concept on the left side. And as you can see, if you go to the right side, you got the wing, the two tight ends. Those guys can work the outside of the numbers on that side, and back to your receiver, your twin side on the left, those guys can work concepts. What we like to do is make two concepts into one play. And that way we can beat man and zone at the same time. Okay. You're going to throw picks. You're going to turn the ball over when you're getting it. But once you get a rhythm, once you get a base play, it's going to be so easy. And you got to get the run game clicking. The run game is very important here. And it's kind of obvious from these formations, from these sets, I should say, which way you're running, because the running back is on either side and it's just one running back, right? So if we're right here, it's obvious that we're running like inside zone split if we're running. So that's what makes it good. That's why this is in the spread playbook, and I slept on this so much because it don't look like spread, right? But when you do certain plays, when you get out here and you do certain plays, like I'm gonna just let you know right here, this is the main key play of the whole scheme right here. Passing wise, everything centers around getting to your corners on both sides of the field. And you got to make them chase you, okay? So, like I say, the run game is going to be there. This is a spread formation. Don't look like it because it's just 12 personnel. But if you think about it, look at the wing. That's two guys into that one big old area. They can dominate that whole side to the right side of the field. Then you go to the left side, they can dominate. You know, like I say, they can dominate like that. You can put them on a curl flat. You can put somebody on a wilt route and put him on like a street. That's one of the main things right there. You can go double slants. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. You can drag him, make your own mesh concept, and have the running back leaking out the backfield like that. You just got to understand what you have on the field. You got to understand your weapons, your strong, your strengths. You can do dagger. It's just so many, man. I have so much information for you guys. It's gonna come so fast. You can do double posts, and what we're trying to do is catch people in space, as usual. We're trying to catch somebody in space, or we're trying to manipulate certain defenders. All right, wherever the gaps are. All right. So if you look at your wing side, um, like I say, the corner route is that main play we're gonna be talking about. You can also, it's gonna be a time where they go mess with you over there and they're gonna flood the corner, and you're gonna have to just probably streak him. You probably gonna have to streak him and hold him. You may have to just block him and just streak him.
Hey, yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
In 4-minute offense, this is going to make so much sense because you're going to see it in real time, real action, and live, against somebody I don't know in 4-minute offense. All right. So let's get into some audibles. So what we have in here is like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 plays. All right. I'll let you guys know what I do with this. So this year in Madden, they're running a lot of man-to-man concepts and principles, right? A lot of man-to-man. So you got to be able to make a game plan beating man-to-man. This play right here is just not worthy of being an audible. So I take this out and I put mesh sit. Okay? Mesh sit beats man. I'm just mainly focusing on what beats man because I know that in my plays, I'm going to have man beating concepts every down, mostly every down, and some of the concept beats zone. And wherever the chips fall, that's where we go. Like that late dig route, that dig route where square is, this late dig route right here, he's going to get open in zone. He's going to get through windows, but we're mainly targeting man coverage. Man coverage is explosive, so that's that. let's go back real quick. Since you see this set has the running back on the right side and the other two has them on the left side, we have to make sure we can run the ball from this set. So we automatically have inside zone. Okay. I always talk about 4 verticals. I take 4 verticals out. It's kind of pointless. That wheel route looks kind of good. The outside release fade looks pretty good, but it's not going to work. You know, it's not going to cut it versus like there's other things you can do. I'd rather go out here and make my own all streaks. So I take that out. I will put another running concept, trap. The 0-1 trap plays off of the inside zone because if you do inside zone one time, they're going to always slide that way. So you can come back and hit them with in another hole, which is a whole nother concept. And you guys got to understand running plays are concepts as well. Okay. So running plays are concepts as well. So those are a 1-2 punch combo. All right. You got me? You got me? And last but not least, I keep double posts. So this is how my audibles look. This is how my audibles look right here. This double post will beat man and zone. The 2 twin wide receivers can split certain zone coverages, and the 2 tight ends, which is the wing, they can beat man. All this can beat man if they, if you have a speed advantage, depending on the leverage, where you place the ball, the range of the defender and your man. They can beat man coverage. So I keep double post. And on top of that, it's a play action. So it plays off of the inside zone. You always want to make your plays off one another, right? You always want to make everything look the same. Make it look clean, crispy, and look the same, right? And the running back being on this right side doesn't really hurt these other sets because you keeping your wing and you keeping your 2 twin wide receivers on one side. So you're going to be doing a lot of mix and matching. All right. So that's how it looks. That's how I have it in this set right here. And I'll show you the rest of the plays from the slot off set real quick. I don't really do power O like that. It's kind of take too long to develop. But that stick and nod can get off at times. The user is usually in the middle. So if you can do some corner routes and then come back later on with the stick and nod, you'll catch him off guard. So that's how that goes. And you can do these little jet touch passes. These are like less favorite from the whole scheme. So if I don't talk about it really in the scheme, it's not really that much. I've tested everything out of here. These little whip return routes is pretty good, but I don't care for those motions. Okay, those auto motions. I kind of want that running back to stay back there because I want to hold the user. All right, so that's how we do it. And we'll get back to jailbreak screen in another set from this. We'll get back to the jailbreak screen. All right, so let's go to the wing slot week. The wing slot week and wing flex week looks the same. All right. That's those two. Only difference is Your flanker and split end will switch positions, and then one gets on the line of scrimmage, the other one's off. Whoop-to-do, right? All right. So yeah, in his mind, whoop-to-do, but it makes a purpose for us. It serves a purpose. So let's go to the slot. So in audibles, you gotta love double slants. You gotta love this slant. And the reason why is because we don't have hot route master. And that flat route is like an automatic alert route at times. Sometimes they're going to be doing pinch, or they're going to be just like giving themselves away in man coverage, and you won't be able to. They're going to be giving themselves away in man coverage, right? And they won't be able to keep up with this running back. It's going to be an outmatch favory by speed. Your man is going to just take a speed burst to the sideline, catch the ball, and get whatever he can. Sometimes it's a big play, sometimes it's minimum gain. But if you call it at the right time, if you just know they're in man coverage, that's an automatic, that's automatic real estate right there. Running back or the slants. Sometimes they're in zone, and you may get fooled, like it looked like man, but they're in zone, and then when you snap the ball, it's zone, and these two double slants will just knife through the windows. You're gonna catch one of these guys, the slot guy or the outside guy, in between those windows, and then you work the other side of the field. So my progressions would be running back, then the slants, and then this stick concept on the right side. That stick concept does wonders. All right. Stick concept does wonders because you can catch them in space. And sometimes that tight end who's doing an option route, he may take the right way. And sometimes, they're going to lock up that middle. And your third progression will be to the right side. But usually you're going to get that running back or those slants in your first two reads. So you're going to be all right.
Hone your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream. Everything moving fast, but you moving slow. Change the tempo, watch, we on time. Hey, now you know. Listen to the rhythm we giving them, we bringing it with passion. Smashing, you should just move to my groove. Case in point, watch how I improve. Then the automator is ready, you know we're header, a music motivator, and I'ma show you later. But right now we getting down. You ground, cause I surround your sound with rhythmless raw rhymes that really get you. Do your silly do like a Philly and I split you. Hit your hard style showing out. Exhale long and blow 'em out. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Hone your skills.
Power alert bubble. I'm gonna tell you why I take alert bubble out, because it's not a read. Okay, I'm finna put this read. I do this every single time. I put it for a read. The play art looks ugly, but in plain, but this is a three-dimensional play. All right. You can hand it off to the running back. You can throw the bubble screen, or you can keep it and run with the quarterback. 3-by-1. It's these little plays on the play art that don't look like nothing that makes a huge difference. All right. So if you was to keep that read, that if you was to keep that RPO alert bubble, you don't get the luxury of doing a read option, because that's just straight up just saying if it's not the running back, it's the bubble. So you got to put the read in here in exchange. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you that real quick. We're going to call RPO alert bubble. So this is RPO alert bubble. You don't have a read man. If I don't hit a button, I can't run with the quarterback. He's just going to automatically hand the ball off, right? But if I do read bubble, Now you gotta read. See the yellow, the read, man. Let's go back. So that's alert. It's the same play, and this is read. So why not add that extra layer in there? So we got 3 options. We can run it, we can pass, or we can do option. This is the foundation of RPO right here. So yeah, I keep that in here, and let's just do one play real quick. I hand it off, run it back. Had more leverage than the quarterback. The linebacker stayed flat-footed, so I got positive yards. I'll do it one more time. Let's see. Sometime it's going to be like that too, but you're going to see it, and there's going to be a reason why you will call this. So I'm going to get to that later. Yeah, let's keep moving forward. But that play right there is the bread and butter alongside with that passing play I was showing you guys to the corner right here called post. Those two are the bread and butter. All right. So let's go to full vertical. You know that gots to go. That gots to go. What I do right here, I put RPO sweep peak. All right. I need to do an RPO video too and let you guys know the difference. Some guys don't understand this thing. They all think this is one play. All right, so RPO sweep peak. As you can see, 2 guys are pulling. You guys know ever since the I formation video volume, I think it was volume 8, where we did I formation videos, I formation tight. I've been loving these guys pulling. And what this does is the defense sees it pre-snap the way it is, but post-snap, those 2 guys are rotating outside, just like 2 safeties will rotate down and up or across or whatever. So this is our version of rotating post-snap, and they will clean up if you let them. These guys will clean up. So yeah, and also you can also throw to the little 2-step slant or 2-step in from your 2 twin receivers. Works wonders. All right. that's that. And you got to call it at the right time. There's going to be a time where you call it and a time where you don't call it. All right. So yeah, that plays off of that. All right. And they also plays off the slant, because sometimes when you do that slant and throw it to that running back, they're going to slide all the way over to the left. All right. So we got that. Now we have a play action dagger. The reason why we have that is because this is a man and a zone beater. Look at it. This is a man and zone beater. And in fact, I want you guys to understand that you have to run the ball. Once you run the ball real good with these two plays, the read bubble, the sweep peek, and you run with the inside zone and trap, he's going to know you're doing this formation to run the ball. So you get an opportunity to tag a play action on here. And the user will suck in sometime, and your drag route will be wide open with the tight end. And sometimes I just do this just to suck the user in so I can hit this drag across the middle and just keep the chains moving, you know? And sometimes it get clogged up and you get a late dig route. You get that late dig route from square, and he get on top of the cloud and under the sky, just like always. And there's times where the slot guys going streak. They're supposed to just clear the field out, but they will get open. All right. So I keep the dagger right there. And last but not least, you have your wing flex weak. This is the money set in this formation, in this scheme, I should say. This is the money set because it has the money plays that we like to go to. All right. So if you go back, that's what your audibles look like in the gun wing slot weak. And then you just flip on over to the wing flex weak. All right. They got stick slant. We already have a stick slant in here, slant stick, whatever you want to call it. We already have that. All right. I mean, and it's said just like you're supposed to read. You're supposed to read the slants, and then the running back is in your peripheral, and then you go to the stick afterwards. I don't know why that tight end is the hot man right there. I don't know why they do that, but I disagree. We already have that play right here, right, in the slot. So the difference between these two is just the slot man. And the way I remember it is because the read bubble is the only read in this whole entire set. When I was talking to you about reading, like none of these RPO plays, you can't keep the ball with the quarterback on any of these RPO plays. You can't keep it on the alert bubble, not the power peak, not the alert bubble, not the sweep peak. You can only keep the ball with the quarterback with the read bubble. So that's how I remember, oh, it's wing slot weak. Yeah, I remember it from that. Because if you go to the wing flex week, you don't have that. You got to read right here with X smoke, but we don't really do that. The X smoke kind of trash. I've already tested it, but yeah. So let's get this thing going. So I take this out and I put the main play in here called post. That's my money play right here. You can actually do post every down. Sometimes you can do post every down all the way from the 1 yard line to the other 1 yard line and just change some hot routes. All right. Some hot routes. Sometimes you want to put the tight ends on drags, put them on outs, put them on streaks, put the slot receivers in slants or whatever, and you can come out here and post every down and just work off two of the hot routes and stuff like that. So yeah, that double move, that inside slot receiver, he will beat man coverage at times. And we're gonna talk about that a lot. So that's that. So here we go with the RPO zone peak. This is pretty much like inside zone. I'm reading when I do this, I'm looking at the leverage of the linebackers. Something you know the user always plays in the middle. He's gonna be right there in the middle. If he bite, we hit the receivers. If he, if he stay home, we just hand it off. And sometimes square is coming like on a late in route. It's like a two-step, but if you got space, I'm gonna show you a triangle defense that sometimes they line up in a certain look that is automatically where square goes. But you just gotta understand you're only gonna get 4 yards on the completion, 3 or 4 yards. And it's gonna be a safe 3 or 4 yards also. So yeah. So I keep the zone peak right there. you know the four verticals got to go. It got to go. All right. So what I do with that, I put this play called hitch corners. Now hitch corners is in here because it plays off of posts, right? As you can see, sometimes we want the double move from the slot receiver. Sometimes we don't. We just want them to go straight to the corner, and we want to just have an isolation with that smash concept right there. So these two are always neck and neck in my audibles for this. And guys, I will tell you this. I this play has been around ever since Michael Vick played for the Eagles. I used to roll out like crazy with Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson. We didn't have capability of recording footage back then, but if I could show you footage, you'd be like, wow. And that was like 2010. We talking 12 years ago. This play has been around so long, and I would just isolate the field and just roll out with Vic and throw it to Jeremy Maclin or Deshaun Jackson over the top when they played for the Eagles. 2010, 2011. So yeah, but this play is only exclusively found in the spread playbook. All right. So that's that. And you also, if you don't read, if the corner don't look good, you go to the other corner. And you just basically, it's gonna be times where the corners are guaranteed. The space is gonna be there. They're gonna be heavily outnumbered and outmatched. All right. Let's go to PA Dagger, which got to go. You know why? Because we already have PA Dagger right here in the gun slot weak. All right. Remember, these two are pretty much the same. The user on defense don't really know the difference, right? So we're going to go back to the flex. We take this PA Dagger out, and I just exchange it for Jailbreak Screen. The reason why? Because when you look at the rest of the plays, it's not that many plays in here. It's 3, 6, 9. It's not that really many plays in here. So you got to do more with less. I mean, you can try to hit them with a halfback screen. I rarely do that. I rarely do inside zone split because we got other running concepts that's stronger. Like I was saying, the sweep. The sweep is my main run play. All right, the sweep, and when I have to hand it off sometimes on that read bubble, that counts as my run play. All right, but yeah, we're going back. Jailbreak Screen works because you're going to be doing a lot of these posts, hitch corners and stuff, and they're going to start getting scared and backing off. They're going to keep one man there. And what I like about Jailbreak Screen, you have the ability to throw the ball to the screen man while you're doing the play action. It's easy. You don't even have to hit L2 or anything. You just, while he's in the middle of doing the play action fake, you just hit square. Now, if you bullet it, the ball, the defense is going to try to respond a little quicker. So I just kind of lob it, and I only call this play when they backing up. And some of these audibles, like I always say, they're in here for that one time that you can catch them. It's not made to do all the plays. Sometimes it's made to do just RPO, read bubble all the way down the field until you catch something else differently, But sometimes you may only get to do Jailbreak Screen 1 or 2 times because everybody think they slick. They press and they blitz, press and blitz, or they press and don't blitz, and they just want to try to clear up that space and try to take away that pre-snap look, right? But there's times where if you're gonna be going down that field, you're gonna make him back up, and here you go. It's either gonna be Jailbreak Screen or it's gonna be the bubble screen right here. You're gonna automatically just throw it to the bubble. So those two plays off one another. It's a 1-2 punch combo.
Up on 1st and 10. To throw is RG3. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's got some almost at will here in the first half. And now here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense.
All right, guys, so that concludes everything. Let me know what you think. 4-minute offense is next. This thing is going to be a lot more easier in 4-minute offense. We have 3 sets. Everything look the same. You just need to remember your core principles. We're taking advantage of either side, whether it's the side with the wing, whether it's the side with the running back, or whether it's the side with the twin wide receivers. All right. This concludes part 1 of volume 16. This is Coach KK. This is the 10-yard fight. This video was just to expose you to the audibles and how this thing go, what we're going to be hitting you with. This is going to be so fun in the 4-minute offense. It's going to look so easy, but I am going to let you guys know that there are downfalls and do's and don'ts to this thing. This is Coach KK once again. Happy New Year's. Peace.
This is how we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you